Coming up on this edition of Outlook TV, Strut's 2016 launch.
Next Media Films brings their new project, Dream Chasers.
Val, Vancouver Arts and Leisure. And much, much more. Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay, and you've tuned in to the Queer Magazine News Show with the stories that matter the most from coast to coast.
And we're going to kick off this episode in Vancouver. Angus went to celebrities.
He went to see the launch of Strut 2016.
We're at Celebrities Nightclub in Vancouver's Davie Village for Strut Launch 2016. We're here to find out what it's all about.
The Foundation of Hope is unlike service organizations that are, if you think of a pillars of a dock, we're the actual boardwalk. So we actually support and service organizations wherever LGBT refugees are. We are the first and only foundation of its kind in the world. We raised $45,000 at our first Strut event, and we've actually given about over $25,000 of grants this year.
This is the Strut fundraiser. It's the launch of a period of fundraising that culminates June 11th at Sunset Beach with a mile-long walkathon, all about fancy footwear, heels, about having fun. My shoes are brilliant and fabulous. I have relatively small feet, size 10 women's, size 8 men's, and so it's pretty easy to find.
The stones may break my bones, but all those shady horrors made me what?
I'm a volunteer with the Foundation of Hope, here to support the Strut launch. We hope to get everybody signed up for the actual event, the walkathon on Sunset Beach.
There are balloons that are being sold there that have prizes on them, and they are sold for $20 a balloon, and the prizes are worth it. And over here there's going to be some 50-50 raffle later on by the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And then later on, there's going to be some auction.
Foundation of Hope website gets hits from Jordan. We get hits from all over the world. Some of them I can barely read in one sitting. They're so heart-wrenching. Specifically, we're getting requests for our grants for the sponsorship agreements and the ambulance services right now. But I see over the next few years, housing and housing subsidies for newcomers will be clearly on our radar.
As a board member, you have fiduciary responsibility and a governance responsibility for the organization. Means the different people who are on the board will be taking care of things like the bylaws, or how do we organize our volunteers, or even organizing events like this tonight. And it's a great way of applying the skills that you already have, or also developing new skills.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at Strut Launch 2016 in Vancouver.
Up next, we've got part 3 in our 5-part series, Talk to Him.
JP speaks with Joshua Edward at HIM about the advancements in PrEP.
The Health Initiative for Men, or HIM, is based in downtown Vancouver. They provide health services for men ranging from mental, emotional and physical health. Today we're talking to HIM about PrEP.
PrEP stands for pre-exposure prophylaxis. It's a combination of 2 different medications, tenofovir and emtricitabine, and it is used for the primary prevention of HIV transmission in HIV-negative individuals. We think of PrEP, though, a little bit more like a woman might think of birth control. And we think of it as offering an alternative form of HIV prevention outside of condoms, which up until this point have really been the gold standard for HIV prevention, especially with gay men. PrEP is not 100% effective. There is nothing at this point that can prevent HIV that is 100% effective. What we do know is that PrEP is certainly within an efficacy profile that puts it right up there with consistent, correct condom use. So we're talking 90 to 96% demonstrated effectiveness in most studies, and some studies extrapolating up to about 99% effectiveness in preventing HIV. PrEP does not have a set time frame, so we wouldn't say that an individual has to go on PrEP for a month or 6 months. We would instead encourage the individual to be really open and honest with themselves about what their sexual risk was looking like for any duration of their lifespan. So, you know, maybe that individual is new on the dating scene. Maybe he's gone through a breakup and might be more sexually active than he was previously. That could be a time period in his life where PrEP could be a really good fit for prevention strategies. So PrEP can be started and stopped. That said, there are a series of tests that you'll want to take every time you initiate PrEP, including making sure that you're HIV negative, getting all of your STI testing done, and having your kidney function assessed to make sure that, you know, everything's good on that end. PrEP has generally pretty mild side effects for most individuals. They tend to be temporary and they tend to go away. So things like gastrointestinal distress, some nausea, pretty mild things that tend to dissipate within 1 or 2 weeks. Some individuals will see a decrease in kidney function, which is why kidney function is monitored by your doctor as part of your PrEP prescription protocol. There was a recent study done that looked at the tolerability of PrEP and its safety profile for most individuals, and found that the medication that it's most comparable with would be something like aspirin. You know, our attitude at HIM is that PrEP is for everybody. I think that we take the standpoint that this is something that individuals should, in consultation with their doctors, determine if it's a really good fit for themselves.
For more information on this topic and many more, you can find it all on the HIM website. I'm John Paul Payne in Vancouver for Outlook TV.
We're going to have to take a little break now. We'll be back really soon.
I trust you.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
And up next, we have John Crossan, who snaps his fingers to some queer spoken word poetry.
Hi, we're here in front of the York Theatre on Commercial Drive, and we're going on a monster hunt. We're here to see There'll Be Monsters. Let's check it out.
Giant 200-ton sea monster is no threat to anyone, he said. Just leave the monster in peace.
This performance is a 7-piece collaboration. The text is written by Ivan Coyote, Kai Cheng Tom, and myself, Amber Dawn. It has been scored with original composition by Ellen Marpole, who is joined by percussionist Sally Zori and cellist Peggy Lee. And we have a guest narrator, Shanna Miera.
And a radical lesbian separatist website run by women who spell women with a Y and who don't want to share anything with trans people like ever.
We were talking about sort of taking back the process of being othered, I think, kind of. That's what it meant to me anyway, to speak personally. Reveling in that otherness. Instead of slaying your demons, befriending your demons. Recognizing where that demon spirit comes from. And I would even say kind of seducing that demon a little bit. What I was looking for was a conversation between the text and the score. That involves a certain kind of a player, someone who can listen and play at the same time. I'm not interested in text in spite of music, or music underneath of and text over top of music. I'm looking for back and forth. I'm looking for the music and the text to be interacting and playing with and playing off of one another.
The texture of my hair could never change the complex weirdness of my race, class, gender. Like, I am afraid that I am losing contact with someone I used to be. This performance is about learning to love the monster in all of us, about learning to look at the parts of ourselves that we fear and to invite that part to stay. I don't think that this is something that a poetry festival gets to see very often, which is to say three really, really marginalized authors, or authors coming from marginalized communities, that is to say. I myself am racialized and a trans woman. It's just really exciting. We need to see more shows like this all over the place.
Perfect. See the glory of the heart.
it was a lot of fun to work on the project, and we got really fantastic musicians to come in and help to play in the band, which makes a huge difference. There's a lot of collaboration within the group, and it's just been a really fun process.
We're at the York Theatre. This is John Crossan with Outlook TV.
Up next, Angus goes flamenco.
Speaking of snaps, he speaks to openly gay flamenco dancer Ricardo Lopez.
We've been invited to the rehearsal of Ricardo Lopez, an openly gay flamenco dancer from Madrid, about their upcoming performance of Encuentros at the Vancouver Playhouse.
Encuentros is a word in Spanish that means kind of meetings. So it's right this. It's a meeting in between different disciplines, in between different artists and way of feeling. So I'm a flamenco dancer. We have Ashley, who's a belly dancer. We have Joel Hanna, which is a tap dancer. So, and of course Cassandra, which is doing flamenco. And we meet each other with our emotions, with our feelings, and with our way of dancing. Flamenco is something with a long past, with suffer, that keep growing and growing and become a universal art because of the dance, because of the play, and because of the emotion of the singing. I think it can capture the attention of the gay audience because it's very strong, you know, and it's intense, so it's coming from inside. I was growing in a small town, and I was asking my mom always to dance. So when I was 12, I moved to Madrid with my family. I have some more family there. And I started dancing, and that's all. I was feeling it. As soon as I heard the music, I was dancing, and I wanted to participate in all the festival in the school.
I'm doing belly dance. I like to refer to it as Oriental dance. It's Egyptian-based, and so it's very sensual dance. It's not sexual, but very sensual. Celebrates the woman's curves and the woman's body. It's a lot of emotion, a lot of hip work, a lot of torso work. In the show, I start out as a very lonely woman. My man has left, so I'm heartbroken, alone. I don't know if he's coming back. I'm full of despair. Then I see Ricardo, and our piece together is about hope and about the potential of new love.
Are you an openly gay flamenco dancer?
Yes, I am. I have my husband. All my family knows about me, my friends. I have no problem with this.
And professionally, do they accept that?
Yes, Spain is a very open-minded country. We have no problems there. You can talk to everyone you need, and they won't cut you a job because you are gay.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at the Vancouver Playhouse.
Up next, we've got the Daily Extra from Toronto.
Let us know how it is, Kevin.
Hey, I'm Kevin O'Keefe. Here's some trending stories from our Toronto newsroom.
You guys want free gum or free condoms on the way in?
I'm okay. No,
We're all good.
First up, the AIDS Committee of Toronto wants gay guys on PrEP. Information about the HIV prevention drug Truvada is now being included in condom and lube packs. Daily Extra followed ACT on one of their outreach nights to see if anyone wanted the drug.
Would you go on PrEP? Like, is it something you might consider?
I'm not very active. I'm not.
It's okay, yeah, not either, sorry.
So, probably not.
For more info about PrEP, check out the AIDS Committee of Toronto's website, acttoronto.org. And have you ever kissed a girl and liked it? Well, if you're gay, there may be a film you need to see. Meet Cute tells the story of a gay man who kisses a bi woman and how it changes his life.
It is a bisexual rom-com, and it's about a man and a woman who've decided the labels that work best for them in their lives, and they're comfortable with them until they meet one another, and that meeting causes them to question everything they'd assumed about who they are and who they love.
It was just a kiss.
I'm gay.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a husband. We're married. We're gay married.
The film Meet Cute premiered at Vancouver's Crazy 8's Gala. For more info, go to crazy8s.film.
Straight guys will probably love to get as laid as gay guys.
And the complete 6-part series, Bare Naked, is now available at Daily Extra's YouTube channel, Extra Online. In the final episode, our panel of half-naked men answer the age-old question, who wants it more, straight guys or gay guys?
Just after being on T and experiencing it, the sex drive between men and women are very different. And I think a lot of it, just because of the culture, women are in control of when you're gonna have sex. So in straight relationships, the woman doesn't want it as much. Whereas I think with gay men, it's just okay, we both want to have sex all the time. Let's just do it.
To check out the complete web series, go to our YouTube channel, Extra Online, playlist, Bare Naked.
There was a whole other backstage, that you didn't get to see.
And finally, the secret life of Madonna's dancers revealed. The film, Strike a Pose, premiered recently at Toronto's Hot Docs International Documentary Festival. One of the dancers who choreographed Madonna's infamous voguing video gave Daily Extra's Graham Coleman an exclusive demo.
The film shows that you guys now give back, you give dance lessons, and it's clear you still know how to strike a pose. Do you mind giving us a little piece of that Vogue routine?
Of course. I can remember it I created it.
For more on Strike a Pose, go to hotdocs.ca. And for more lesbian and gay news, check out dailyextra.com, our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram feed, and our YouTube channel, Extra Online. For Daily Extra, I'm Kevin O'Keefe.
We're gonna have to take another little break now.
Because these ladies are all snapped out.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
And we kick things off with Next Media Films' new project called Dream Chasers.
It's got a whole bunch of YouTubers in it.
Over 20 of them.
20 plus.
We're here at Next Media Films' launch party for Dream Chasers. Let's go check it out.
Well, from what I understand, because everything's been so top secret about this Next Media Films, they're launching a film called Dream Chasers. And so this is going to profile 20 stars, YouTube stars, who are cast in roles, and they're coming into Vancouver to chase their dreams, as we all do. And so these stars are going to come in from all different parts of the world. And so these people have, fans from all over the world already.
I review viral videos and I share top 10 lists. So it's just comedic entertainment to help pass the time between programs.
I understand with social media, it's very important the number of followers you have. I think you've got a pretty substantial number on YouTube.
Yeah, I've got a decent amount of followers, but the most important thing I think is the ones that are actually engaging with you. And I really value my YouTube audience, and now I have a TV audience too, so I'm always trying to connect with them. That's the great thing about social media. Exactly. Because we can talk to each other on Twitter or Facebook or Snapchat, whatever.
So right now, all the PR marketing companies spend almost all their budget to do their advertising online rather than have the real paperwork, because people nowadays they choose to read online through their mobile or a computer much more than read a book or newspapers. And if you do something online, it's easier for you to track the number as well. So if you go to YouTube, you can see a number from 100 to 1,000 to million or multi-millions. So this is what the Next Media Film is going to do. So when we gather these old YouTubers together, their followers add together will be over 10 million. So it's like a guarantee of the success for the movie.
Having your show on OutTV have any effect on your YouTube audience?
Well, I found that it's actually quite different audiences that are watching on TV or that are online. So it's worked out really well for me to be able to reach more, specifically of the gay population, because the ones that really rely on OutTV, especially in smaller cities, they just see me on TV, and the ones that are really into watching stuff online, like myself, just see me on YouTube. So I've found there's not a lot of crossing over, but sometimes some of them from both places find me on Twitter or Facebook or other social media.
Film is at a Paramount in Vancouver. Everything is being filmed here. All the big TV shows, all the Netflix, and all the big blockbusters, and this is one of them.
Up next, JP talks to Matt Troy of VAL.
The Vancouver Arts and Leisure have built a space to benefit all Vancouverites in their creative endeavors.
The Vancouver Arts and Leisure Centre is a radical artist-run organisation. It promotes art and leisure in unconventional spaces. So I'm here in Vancouver to check it all out.
I started shooting male erotica back in the 90s in New York City. That's where I started my career professionally, and that's what I became known for. I used to shoot for a lot of the sort of old legendary nightlife magazines, HX, Next, in New York City, and from there I just sort of developed a career and a fine art around the male form. Each one of them is almost its own animal. Sometimes it's I have the models and I know what I want to do with it. Sometimes it's people approach me and say, I've really wanted to work with you. And sometimes it's like, oh, that would be a really fun idea, putting 3 people in a bathtub. That one was for a series of parties in New York City, and it was a play on the title, and we called it A Passion for the Christ.
Vancouver Art and Leisure is a nonprofit group devoted to presenting art and leisure events in unconventional spaces and ways. So we're a group of artists, queers, activists. The inspiration is really creating the city we want to see, creating the artists we want to see in the city, and really trying to find spaces and ways to promote artists and to provide them with artistic compensation and opportunities. We've had to fight for our right to produce and exhibit and show art and show our art form, and we've had to fight to even establish what we do as an art form. I would love to be able to partake in the making of gay history in this city and this country and worldwide. I mean, I think it's really important that gay people reclaim the dance floor that we once created. You know, as electronic music is growing, it's left out the queers and it's left out the people of color and it's left out, you know, women and marginalized people, trans people. We're trying to give that dance floor back to them. I would say for young people and people out there who want to show art and who want to create culture, go out and do it. Do things in unconventional spaces. Take every opportunity you can to change this world. Go into a coffee shop and throw an art show. Throw a party in a forest. Throw a party in a bathroom. Do whatever you can to kind of change the city and grow and create cool spaces for people, because anything is possible.
The Vancouver Arts and Leisure Centre has music and art happening all month long. You can check it out on their website. I'm John Paul Payne in Vancouver for OutlookTV.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this episode of Outlook TV, but we're going to be back really soon.
Yeah, and in the meantime, don't forget about our social channels. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and shoot us an email if you'd like to volunteer here at Outlook.
Be part of the champion team. We're awesome.
And we snap.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay.
Stay fabulous, Canada.